Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is my April favorites video and I've got quite a few exciting things to talk about in here. I feel like lately there's been a lot of stuff in makeup that I've just been completely bored by. So these products are particularly exciting for me because I feel like they kind of broke that sort of boredom that I've been experiencing with makeup lately. So because of that, I am infinitely happy to talk about them. I'm gonna kick this off by talking about these Benefit palettes. Now these are called the Cheek Leader palettes, which I think is a really cute name. Maybe not everybody's into it, but I really like the play on words there. So there's the Mini Bronze Squad. Yeah, Mini Bronze Squad, and then there's the Mini Pink Squad. And they are a 3-pan palette of, depending on which one you're talking about, they have blushes, a highlighter, and a bronzer. So this one has the Hoola bronzer, Cookie highlighter, which is brand new, and then Gold Rush, which is one of their existing blushes. And then the pink palette over here has 2 blushes, which are California and Dandelion, as well as a new highlighter, which is called Tickle. Now, the reason I like these so much is that I have always sort of liked Benefit. I bought a few of their products over the years and enjoyed them, but I could never really get down with their boxed packaging. I just can't handle it. I had a Hoola bronzer and I used it and it was fine, but I eventually decluttered it, I think, because I just can't handle that box. I find it cumbersome to open. I think it's laid out pretty stupid, to be honest. I hate the brush they include with it. It is absolutely garbage. That stupid square thing is trash. The only thing you could ever use it for really is potentially to contour, because you could like cut your edge kind of thing, but I don't contour and I could never bronze with that god-awful brush that I was just like, I can't handle this box thing. I don't like the brush. I just didn't want to deal with it basically. But I like their products. So when they came out with these palettes, I was so excited because you get rid of all of the excess garbage that is in most of their palettes, which is to say the built up packaging that's a box, which to this day I still don't understand why they've done that, and they don't include a brush. So this has really made me excited, not only because I enjoy the packaging, I enjoy the colors that are in here, but also the fact that I have been lamenting for quite a long time now that I'm just not loving the blush and bronzer palettes that are being put out lately. I was madly in love and still am with the Tarte Off the Cuff palette because it's got 4 blushes, a bronzer, and I have brought that with me on practically every trip that I've ever taken since that palette launched in 2013. I haven't found anything remotely comparable to that palette until now, so I am so pumped about these. So with this bronze palette here, when I initially went to go try it, I was like, okay, Hoola, I've used it before, pretty sure I like it, that'll be fine. But I wasn't sure if I was going to like the blush in here called Gold Rush because it looks so boring in the pan. But at this point, I should really know better that most products that look so boring in the pan, for cheeks anyway, end up looking really good on my face. For example, Tarte Exposed is another one that looks so boring in the pan and then you put it on, it's totally transformative. So Gold Rush is stunning on the face, and then Cookie is a beautiful highlighter. It's really reflective, and it's a really good shade because it doesn't lean especially gold and it doesn't lean especially silver. It's that in-between kind of champagne color that works really well with this palette and also makes it very easy to match with practically any eyeshadow look, because I tend to want to wear a highlighter that sort of is in the same vein as my eyeshadow. So if something is more warm toned, I'll go for a gold, or if it's more cool toned, I'll go for a silver. This one sort of skirts that line in between the two, so this palette is phenomenal. And then the Pink Squad, initially, even though I like the packaging on these, when I first looked at the colors, I was like, I don't know about that. I mean, I did like California because that is a true coral that really gets me excited. But I looked at Dandelion, I was like, well, you also look boring, just like Gold Rush in the other palette. Sure enough, it's beautiful on my face. I love it so much. And the highlighter in here is really interesting. It's called Tickle, and it's kind of a pink lavender with, I think it's like a gold edge to it. It's really interesting. It's totally unique. I've never seen anything quite like that in a highlighter. And again, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work on my face. Well, turns out everything about these palettes works on my face and looks absolutely beautiful. So I freaking love these. Can you tell at this point? I love the slim compact packaging. I like that there is a bronzer in one of them. There's 2 different highlighters. The blushes are beautiful. I've mentioned before that I even prefer cardboard packaging, which is exactly what these are made out of. And I do know that they retail for 40 bucks Canadian, which some people may think is a little bit high, but I think these are so good that they are absolutely worth that price tag. And I think if you snatch these up, you will not be disappointed with them. Another product that I've really fallen in love with over the last month are these NYX liners. So these are the Off Tropic Pro liners that launched with their Off Tropic collection. I like the eyeshadow palettes in this collection and the eyeliners as well. So I only wear pencil eyeliner on my lower waterline, which means that it has to be pretty long wearing. It has to hold up to like the random moisture that your eye produces throughout the day. And these absolutely do. I get a little bit of wearing on the very outer corner of my eye, kind of around the 3-hour mark, but after that it doesn't budge, so that's good to me because that pretty much happens with every pencil. So what's exciting to me about these in particular is that I don't tend to wear a lot of black on my waterline anymore. I just prefer to wear a colorful liner. And this entire Off Tropic collection is all colorful. Like all of the shades are verging on neon and I am in love with them. So I was gifted the yellow, the pink, and the blue at a PR event I went to at the very end of January for NYX. And since then I have purchased the green and the orange because I felt like I didn't really have pencil eyeliners in those colors in my collection. I used to wear the Makeup Forever Aqua XL pencil liners on my lower waterline, but they've discontinued all of the fun colors, which is really irritating, but you can't get like a purple or a green or a blue anymore. And even though I'm continuing to wear them because I have them in my collection, at some point I'm gonna be finished with those pencils and have nothing to purchase. Now, those ones are a little bit more pastel than the NYX ones. The NYX ones are definitely more vibrant, but I think that makes it exciting because I don't always want a pastel color on my lower waterline. So everything is super vibrant in this collection. And it's not very often that you can get pencil liners that are fun colors because generally everybody puts out the black, the brown, and then like a navy. These are all super vibrant, and what's even exciting to me, even though I don't really love pink as a color, there is a hot pink color. And pink and red are very infrequently made for the eye area because red, I don't know what the actual ingredient is, but it's like R something. It tends to be not safe for the eye area. So you almost never see like a pink liner. So I'm really excited by this entire collection. The Off Tropic was a good launch, but the pencil liners have really been taking my breath away in the last month. Something that is not that new to me, but the collection is still quite current, would be the OPI Tokyo collection. I recently got added to their PR list. I think it was over Christmas because I got sent that Nutcracker collection. And I was initially a little bit nervous about being added to a nail polish PR list because I don't showcase nail polish really on my channel or on my blog. And I was like, oh, I don't really know if I'm like up for this. But they sent the collection, the Nutcracker one, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, maybe I can get down with this nail thing. And then they sent over their spring collection, which is the Tokyo collection. And I really liked the colors from that collection. I've kind of come to realize that I really only like cream polishes just because the finish is more interesting to me. I don't tend to like anything that's like shimmery or reflective all that often. So the Tokyo collection had a ton of, is it cream or creme? I mean, it means the same thing. Creme is just French for cream. I like the cream finish of a lot of the colors in the Tokyo collection. I've just pulled out 2, even though the whole range was good. This is Kanpai OPI, which is, I guess it's a lavender with a lot of gray in it. Weird color. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy this at first, but I've been wearing this quite a few times. And then the other one I have here is I'm on a Sushi roll, which is a bit more of a teal turquoise kind of color. And I mean, the whole range was good, but these 2 polishes in particular, I have worn multiple times since I received that PR package. So I wanted to mention these ones in particular. And actually, I'm inconveniently not wearing them on my nails right now, but this red was from the Nutcracker collection, also by OPI, and I think it's called Candied Kingdom. So, I mean, people have been raving about OPI polishes for a very long time, so I'm just kind of slow to adopt to much stuff in the nail polish world. But I've really been enjoying these, and I really like the brush because it is thicker than most, and I really don't like thin brushes. So yeah, OPI makes good nail polish. Who knew? Basically everybody did. The next one is not an especially new product. In fact, I think these came out about a year ago, and they are the Bite French Press glosses. Now, the glosses were nice in general, but I don't tend to reach for a lot of gloss, so I haven't been reaching for them. But for whatever reason, I decided to just pull out Dirty Chai throughout April, and I've been wearing this shade quite a bit. And you know what makes me extremely happy is that I have finally figured out what I think these smell like. Now, they're the French press glosses, and so many people are saying that they smell like coffee. I've never smelled coffee that is scented like this lip gloss, not even remotely. But I finally figured out what this smells like to me. It smells like freezer burn popsicles when I was like 7 years old. Like, you know when you go digging in the big freezer that your parents have to go hunt down the popsicles that they've tried to hide from you? This is exactly that scent. So I'm really happy that I figured out what this smells like, because it was driving me nuts. Like, everybody was saying, oh, it smells like coffee, and I was like, I do not agree. Anyway, I grabbed this in April when I wore it to, I think, a conference for work, just because I wanted something easy to wear, because I knew I was going to be eating and talking to people. I didn't want to have to faff around with like lipstick. So I grabbed this gloss, and I just realized how easy it was to wear on the go. So I wore it a lot throughout that entire conference day, and then I started wearing it quite a bit throughout April. And again, it's just one of those My Lips But Better shades that's easy to wear. So Dirty Chai, beautiful shade. I know this was a limited edition collection, but I'm pretty confident that the collection is still available at Sephora. So if you really like this shade, you should still be able to get your hands on it. Okay, very last product I have to talk about is a deodorant. I get it, it's not exciting, I understand. But I've been wearing antiperspirant since I was, I don't know, 15, 16. I've just always opted for the antiperspirant because it basically stops you from sweating, it smells good, etc. But, you know, over time you kind of realize that there's stuff in antiperspirant that isn't great for you, like aluminum, and it is blocking your pores technically. That is the point of an antiperspirant, is to stop you from sweating. And I've tried a whole bunch of natural deodorants in the last few years, and honestly, I've just found that most of them are garbage. They don't work. I usually end up stinking by the end of the day, and I'm not okay with that. I will wear my antiperspirant in favor of not smelling. So when Live Clean sent over their brand new deodorants, I was excited to try them because I tend to like most things that Live Clean puts out, but also quite skeptical because my experiences with natural deodorants have just been that they're trash, basically. Wow, Live Clean did something really good with this one. So this one I grabbed is the one I've been using nonstop for I think 3 weeks straight at this point. It's the Cool and Fresh scent. It is just a deodorant stick. It goes on clear. It doesn't leave white marks on my clothing, which is very exciting. And I don't smell. I don't know how, because I've never found a deodorant that will actually work without making me smell, you know, after 8 hours or so at my workplace. But this one works. And I mean, it is a deodorant, so it will not stop you from sweating. If you get very damp underarms, you will get damp underarms still. So that is a little bit different from an antiperspirant. I'm used to not sweating whatsoever because antiperspirant has blocked those pores from excreting sweat. So I do find that it is a little bit more, I guess the word is damp, but I'm not like sweating buckets or anything like that. But I don't smell when I wear this, and I have worn this to go for extremely long runs. I am training for a half marathon right now, and my run today was 16 kilometers, and I wore this, and I wasn't sweating profusely, nor did I stink after the end of the run. And I think if I'm running for an hour and 45 minutes roughly during a 16K training run, I think I can safely say that this is an excellent product, and I recommend it to anybody who has really struggled with natural deodorants and found that none of them has ever worked. This is wonderful. They did just release these. There are 4 different scents. No, sorry, there's 3 scents and 1 unscented. There's a citrus one, a powder one, which smells like baby powder. I do not understand why brands keep releasing baby powder as a scent. Do women or even men like baby powder as a scent? Do you put that on your underarms? I'd be curious to hear, because every time I smell baby powder, I'm just like, ooh. Anyway, the Cool and Fresh one is my absolute favorite because it's very aquatic and fresh. And I've been really enjoying these, and I've been wearing them nonstop since I got them. So I am very pleased with the Live Clean deodorants. Whew, okay, that was a very long favorites for me. I tend to keep these quite short, but I had so many good products to talk about this month that I just wanted to go on and on and on about them. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye.